What's up, y'all? We sitting there
Shout
looking
out
at
to
Angry
Insane
Man.
One. He said, check out the guard dog security backpacks too.
He talking about them YNs in Chicago. Shout out to Angry Man. Follow Angry Man. We're gonna be talking about tonight the usual suspects once again. Lock them all up. Lock them all up.
Yep. Put them in the brink and put the keys in the sink.
Shit. Bulletproof.
I'm telling you, that damn, yep.
That joint right there. Joint's bulletproof.
Oh, I get that bitch. Bulletproof.
Ooh, wee. Oh, y'all gonna make me get one of these motherfuckers.
Right?
Shit. Y'all gonna make me get one of these.
Shoo cinder blocks.
And then on top of that, look, all of them little YNs be running around. You know what they be running around with that puts them at a disadvantage? Press one if y'all want to know what they run around with that put them at a disadvantage.
One.
Dude, they forgot they got man, look here. Them YNs ain't got no frag grenades.
No flash bangs, no gas, no none of that.
Their fucking cell phone.
Oh, that too.
Their fucking cell phone.
Yep, their cell phone gonna fuck them up. It's gonna fuck them up, but they're gonna track them jokers.
Track their asses, other shit like that.
Them little niggas don't know what a Faraday bag is.
See, this is the reason why I keep my nose clean and my powder dry, damn it.
And that shit right there is gonna let everybody know where they at. And you know most of them got iPhones. So everywhere they move, that shit is pinging every fucking
pinging like a man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I was in a I'm gonna let them keep talking, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was in a jury once, and the dude had basically shot this guy in East Point, and they found him guilty by pinging his damn cell phone. Pinging his cell phone, man.
All you YNs in Chicago, this is what I suggest you do.
Wow.
Lay the fuck low. Turn in your gun and stop the bullshit.
Find something safe to do. That's what I suggest you do.
That's what you do.
Suggest you do. Find something safe to do.
Man, go
find something safe to do.
Fuck all that shit. Don't even do this shit.
And as for the black community, and I do believe I'm speaking for all black folks that got sense. We tired of y'all.
Yeah.
We tired of y'all.
Yeah, we are.
Tired of y'all. And look,
no missile launchers, no frag grenades, no nothing.
To me, if you don't want to listen to everybody, hey, do what you do. But I guarantee
just watch do what you do, but watch my shoes, damn it.
It ain't going to end well for you. It ain't going to end well for you. Shout out to Big Mike. He said the damn snipers will peel their caps.
Hell yeah, they'll peel their cap.
It ain't going to end well for you.
Quick.
Shout out
peel their fucking cap.
YN's going to look like those people in the Middle East who were throwing rocks at tanks.
Hell yeah.
The internet get them deleted for clout chasing. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they took some tanks to Chicago.
Shit, they ain't got nothing to fuck with a tank.
Shout out to the city, man.
Nah, they don't.
I'm done hearing about how savage.
I'm talking about. If you think them Dracos,
how small they really are against
and then
real
plus
military operation. Yeah,
them YNs don't go to the range.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but they took tanks to Chicago.
The YNs don't go to the shooting range.
They took tanks, if I'm not mistaken.
They don't go to the shooting range.
And check this out.
There's a bunch of shit they dumbasses don't do.
Remind me again what the military oath is.
Ooh.
Don't the soldiers in the military swear to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign
and domestic?
I'm gonna say that again. They swear an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic.
Both foreign and domestic, right?
See, I'm gonna tell you what it is. The problem is these YNs, whether they want to admit it or not, they are Americans. And because they're Americans, they are entitled and they are spoiled.
Yep.
And they don't realize just because you live within the United States and you're a citizen of the United States does not mean you cannot become an enemy of the United States.
Good going on, man.
Shout out to Noble Tyrant said, I had you figured for a SIG P2226 Lagoon in 9mm.
That Lagoon ain't no joke.
I'm gonna tell you,
they got a Laguna bullet, man. That shit's a 50 cal.
Oh, you said 50 cal?
Oh, 50 cal, 50 cal. The Laguna. The Laguna.
50 cal is my fave. Puts craters in motherfuckers.
I had a SIG Sauer P320. And I'm so glad that I did not use that as my everyday carry. I'm so glad that I did not use that as my everyday carry.
I don't know what you're talking about. Them P3 whatevers is good. Anything 6 Sauer drop is good. 6 Sauer got the damn contract with the military. Used to be goddamn Smith & Wesson.
And I will never carry that gun. I will never use that gun. I'll never use it.
Why?
Shout out to the lowly one said they willingly forget about that domestic part.
He didn't even read the other one I had.
Just so all know, Chicago is a stronghold for the cartel, probably part of these designated as a terrorist organization. WR332 said 20 plus years of urban purification experience from our active military. Federalized soldiers will not listen to weak mayors. These kids better listen. Yeah, high tolerance. Them joints got recalled because they go off. He ain't even touched on that. Them boys don't got no flashbang grenades, no frag grenades, no bulletproof shields. You know how them SWAT be carrying a bulletproof shield? That should go
That's
off.
what I was talking about the other day, where they can set up a shield right in the midst of the fucking firefight and get closer to your ass.
You bump into it, that motherfucker fire.
Really?
And I don't care what nobody say. As far as handguns, that hurt SIG's reputation. At least it hurt it with me.
Shit,
now don't get me wrong. I love my
P365.
I love that SIG MPX.
Yeah, that bitch.
I love that SIG
MPX9, MPX9 compact.
Though, I don't see myself really rocking with SIG handguns like that.
I'm gonna get that P365 compact. I'm gonna get that bitch. But yeah, man, these dudes are tripping. Talking about bring it on, dude. Please, they don't go to no shooting range. They don't know how to deal with a flashbang grenade alone, bro. Will have you so disoriented.
Run in with a YN.
Have you so disoriented?
He start threatening to shoot you.
Shoot his ass first.
You ain't gotta do nothing but this right here.
Put that light on his ass.
Fuck his whole world up. He's standing there talking shit.
Yep. Had that light on their pistol.
Press that shit, and he gonna be doing all.
Don't know what to do.
The time
you get one of them lights that blind them on your carry pistol, guys. So on your carry pistol, what are you saying? On your carry pistol, you need to have a red dot, and you need to have a flashlight up underneath the barrel that can blind. Put it on strobe. Put it on strobe. Will straight up blind you. You hear me? Straight up blind you. Or you can just have a flashlight like that. Straight up blind you. But I have it on my gun. Or you can have it by yourself to where they won't even. They can't see. They can't shoot you. You can make a getaway. You don't even got to pull your gun. What he's saying is get that one of those right there.
In fact,
you don't even got to pull your gun. Blind his ass, get the car, get the fuck over. If you on foot, blind his ass, get the fuck on. Put it on strobe on his ass. Can't shoot shit. Then when he pull his shit, turn that shit off so he don't know where you at.
you can hold it
shoot
for both lights.
Dip down, put him in your damn sights, and take his ass out.
Shit, bro.
Take his ass out.
Clean the fuck out.
Clean the fuck out. That's all. See how he's saying? Had the gun in one hand, light in the other. I wouldn't do that. I would have my light on my gun. Fuck that shit. You can't see shit.
Nope.
And they don't understand the cops got that shit. The cops also got, you know, night vision. Goddamn night vision.
Money Marco said, and it's a phone charger.
That's
Yep.
the other thing they ain't got. Either this night vision goggles.
Right there.
Boy, this shit really
Open
is.
that shit up. You can charge your phone with it. And you can everyday carry that shit because it got a holster.
Or just put the bitch on, or just put one of them on your fucking gun.
You can everyday carry that joint. And it's got a magnet on the bottom of it too.
Sure.
For real. For real.
Like if I'm sitting out here, I sit it on the edge of the table because it's got a magnet on it.
Right.
You gotta worry about that shit falling. He said,
Yep.
What's the name? Hold on, I'll put the link in the chat room.
Please
It
put the
ain't
link.
cheap. I'll tell you that right now.
It don't matter.
It ain't cheap.
Yeah, no. So?
Don't matter. I'm gonna definitely put the link and say that shit. So I'm getting one. I'm gonna look and see where they got one on
Find a
Amazon.
link for y'all. SK05 Pro. Oh shit, they got it on sale. They got that joint on sale for $100.
Getting that Friday. Getting it Friday.
Yo, they got that joint on sale for $100, y'all.
Charges your phone,
Hey,
personal protection, and it got a holster.
send me that link, please. So that way
I will. As soon as he drop it. As soon as he drop it, I'm gonna send it to you in WhatsApp.
Bet. Appreciate you. I want that shit.
But yeah, I got to get my carry. I'm gonna get my new carry after I file my bankruptcy. I'm gonna do a new
All
carry.
you gotta do is go to
Go to what?
all you gotta do is go to Amazon
Amazon.
and type SK05 Pro flashlight. That's all you gotta do.
SK05 Pro flashlight.
SK05
SK05
Pro flashlight.
There you go right there. Shit.
Bet.
SK05 Pro flashlight. That's all you gotta do.
Let me see if this is the right one. Does it come
It's
with
made by Loop Gear.
Loop Gear? There it is. Loop Gear SK05. Okay, Loop Gear. There it is right there. They got one for 104.
This joint right here.
Bet.
They got one for 104. Yes, sir. That's it. Let me go ahead and send you that link right now.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Let me see where to share it. Where to share it. Where to share it. There you go, to share right there.
I fucking love
Copy
my
link.
flashlight, bro.
Bob.
I got a bunch of
Podcast.
flashlights, but that's my go-to. That's the one I always carry.
Send the link.
Like if I'm sitting out here,
I put this bitch in my cart right now.
here where the woods is at. All I gotta do is press that button. I can light up the whole woods. I can see
$104.99 right now.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll get that the next time I get a little bit more cheddar.
That's what I do in my spare time. I be looking for tactical gear in my spare time and shit.
Hey guys, if you got a shotgun at the house, put your light on that bitch too. Put your red dot on that bitch. Load it up. Buckshot. No, birch.
Like, I be looking for tactical gear.
Rock
in
salt.
Spare time.
Buckshot. No, rock salt, birdshot, buckshot.
165 on
bird
eBay.
shot.
Yeah, that's how much I paid for it when I bought it. When I bought it,
that still ain't bad.
It was $160 when I bought it.
Still ain't a bad price.
That's crazy. It's on sale.
You know, I got 3 katanas.
That's
three
crazy.
what? Katanas? Yeah, I got to get me a new katana, man. I need a new katana. I lost. I can't remember if I sold my katanas or I pawned all my katanas, man. I got to do that. I got to get me another.
But yeah, this ain't gonna end well.
Hell yeah,
for them YNs if they really want to go hard in the paint.
It's not gonna end well.
If they really want to go hard in the paint, it's not gonna end well for them.
It's
you
not.
Feel me? And look, I'm not advocating for nobody to lose their life. That's part of the problem now. There's too many of them running around here trying to take people's lives. So I'm not advocating for that. But that shit needs to stop. Like, we've been talking about Chicago for a long time. That shit needs to come to a stop. And look, Chicago ain't the only place. Chicago ain't the only place. Like Chicago,
you go to Memphis, Los Angeles,
New Orleans,
New Orleans,
Atlanta. There's a whole bunch of places.
Atlanta, Baltimore,
blue state, blue city strongholds that them shits need to be. Some need to be done about it.
Eradicated.
Damn,
crime need to be eradicated.
Shit.
But guys, we're gonna go ahead and leave Angerman's
some needs to be done about it.
Angerman, some needs to be done about it. We're gonna go ahead and leave that right now for that. And what's up, folks? How y'all doing out there? It's the 3-man podcast. It's 2 men tonight. It's all right. We're gonna do some things. You know, our other compadre got some really important stuff he got to do tomorrow, so he couldn't make it. But we're gonna talk about these crazy YNs, and then we're gonna talk about this issue, man. We'll go ahead and say we already talked about crazy YNs and Angerman talking about it now, but we're gonna talk about something that's just terrible. Like, there is this Ukrainian national that escaped the war in Ukraine, and this chick was on the fucking subway, right? And this dude that has had 12 convictions was out free, been arrested before. He ends up slaughtering her on the fucking train.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I hate it when black folk, well, I'm gonna just call them what they is. Anybody that act with this black fatigue, that's causing us black fatigue, as well as any of these Democratic black folks that's just like lost in plantation mind and always want to do the race card and the gender card and always want to race bait. Them some niggas too. I'm sorry. You ain't a black person, you a nigga. I'm sorry. You is a field nigga and a house nigga. I don't want to hear it. So we're going to look at this. News Nation was talking about this terrible situation with this Ukrainian national. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to that. Let's go.
The nuclear.
Damn, that's fucking crazy, bro.
The fact that black fathers are absent, that young black men turn to drugs and gangs. And by the way,
How dare you?
First of all, what the fuck is she talking about?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
There is a brokenness of the black family. We don't have any nuclear families anymore. We got all these single, ratchet ass single moms that's raising these dudes the wrong way. 80% of the out of wedlock kids are being fathered by 20% of the men, which leaves how many women are responsible?
Ooh, boy, that's
way more than 20%. If it's 80% of the kids that's out of wedlock being produced by 20% of the men, that means 80% of the women are in the fucking wrong. Open your ears for any goddamn Pookie and YN out there that's you knew good and well he had another baby mama. Probably had several. You knew good and damn well he wasn't no good for you, but his fucking swag and the way he carried himself, that's what you like. You like the bad boy. You like the bad boy. So then you mess around and bring another bad boy into this damn world and you raise him just like a Pookie.
Yep.
And you got this terrible example of a black woman on here gonna go ahead and start talking about race. This white woman is not speaking any untruths. Continue.
The family, I think the family in general you can point to. I don't know that one race over the other works.
Yeah, in America, the family in general, but not so much in the white community, Asian and Latino community. It's mostly in the black community. Let's be real.
This is also true for the murderer who killed the 2 young children, a white man. Will you listen to what I'm saying? I literally said he broke a nuclear family, both black families and white families. That murderer.
Notice that she has gone from listening to respond. She was listening to respond from the giddy up. I hate it when black women do this shit. It gets on my fucking nerves. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all, a large majority of y'all do this shit. You see it in lives. You see it on Facebook. You see it on IG. You see it on any social media platform. You make a comment, they straight 0 to 100. They are not trying to respond to learn nothing. They wanted to sit there and claim the damn victimhood right off the damn rip. I'm so tired of y'all. I swear, I'm Afro-Latino. I am not black. And if you think I'm lying, look me up. I ain't gonna give you no information to dox me, but my father is from Guatemala, of Jamaican and Guyanese descent. I'm Afro-Italiano, as they say in Spanish, which means that I am West Indian, but also because his nationality is Guatemalan, I am Afro-Latino.
Sí, señor.
I'm not, on my mom's side, I'm foundational black, but on my dad's side, I'm Afro-Latino. And I've traced my roots to Africa, and I know what tribe I come from on both sides of my family. Most of y'all need to do that. Trace your roots, man. Trace your roots. This chick here is getting on my damn nerves. This chick probably don't even know 2 generations behind her where the people from.
Probably
she probably don't even know. Ain't even looked into her damn heritage.
You singled out black families, but if you're saying all families, it's a different point.
It's especially evident in the black community, but it is also true that when fathers are absent, that young men are more likely to commit crime.
She said, let Liz and I change phone numbers. Damn.
And mind you, the media wasn't covering this shit. News Nation covered it. The leftist media did not cover this this slaughter of this young lady. But they're gonna get it.
I'll put you guys on a text thread.
Put us together.
I'll put you.
If you're open to that, Liz, I'm open to it.
I'll put you together. Liz is open to conversation.
Let's do it.
Nina's open to conversation. That's why we're all here. It's not an easy conversation to have, but it's an important conversation to have. We'll keep having it. Liz, thank you for being here. Nina, appreciate you. I'll put you guys together right after the show. All right?
Please do.
I will. 4 minutes.
Boy. So we got to talk about some fireworks on MSDNC.
This is Black Conservative Perspective. Follow him, please follow him. Good content.
Also known as BS Now, over Trump's crime crackdown. Okay, because particularly on the Morning Joe, right? This show, it seems as if Joe Scarborough is showing his audience that he still has a little bit of Republican and conservative in him, right? He's not completely sold out to the progressive left in the Democrat Party. That, deep down, right, he still has somewhat of some conservative values within him, specifically when it comes to this issue of crime, okay, which was rampant in DC until President Trump issued the crime crackdown using the National Guard. And, now crime is a lot better, okay, and we're finding out more about, again, who's committing these crimes in DC that is causing people to lose their lives. And of course, is always the obvious suspects, as you have a white progressive,
the usual suspect,
protesting against the Trump crime crackdown. Again, look at the people who are committing the crimes. Exactly. That's why they don't want to talk about this issue. This is why they're very uncomfortable with this issue. Take a look.
Let's look at the crowd. How many of the crowd is black? I ain't seen a black person. I seen one black person. See any black people, man?
I see.
You see any black people? You see any black people?
Just one.
Think about it. This Chicago they're talking about. Meanwhile, I shouldn't have to look for no black people in no damn
people who were riding bikes.
Chicago
that they were
has about 290,000 black people. 290,000. Where are they at in the protest? Did y'all see? Let's go back. See, it should be more than just a few. Look, you see any large majority of black people in that crowd?
No.
Those are leftist, liberal, white women and men, and there go one black guy right there, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I said. I see one, but That's about it.
But it should be a large crowd of them if they don't want them to come there, right?
Suspects
Okay.
were targeting people who were riding bikes. In short, that they were trying a rival group that was riding bikes. In short,
Nah,
there were
he
several
lying. You
surveillance
can tell how
cameras
he
that
fucked
captured
up
the
and they had to
stolen
tell him
car.
what
The
to
three
say. Come
suspects
on,
were
man.
They were in a stolen car.
Circling the block before
Listen to
opening
how he
fire in the
fucked up at the
neighborhood. We know
beginning,
the
though.
police were able to track a location on that
Circling the block, looking for victims.
stolen car. That helped lead them to the suspects and surveillance cameras in the apartment building where they lived, including the night of the shooting, that helped track the suspects' movements. And
They don't understand, man. They got cameras and stuff. Y'all YNs is over. It's over.
Nah, that's AI imagery, though, right there.
Mm-hmm.
That image and the one beforehand, that's AI.
Which one? What you talking about?
Both of them.
The suspects?
Yeah, no. Go back one frame. Okay, play it real quick.
Police were able to track a location on that stolen car. That helped lead them to the suspects and surveillance cameras in the apartment.
That's AI.
Yeah, that's AI.
And so is the other one.
Building where they lived, including the night of the shooting.
Well, I think they use it because they want to show their faces like that, but they got their faces up. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
So it really don't matter.
Normally,
you got the suspects up.
But normally they would actually show the real suspect.
Yeah, face,
and everything else versus using AI, posting 3 images at the bottom. And I'm not gonna lie, but the one at the bottom right definitely looks like a video game character AI image.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
The one at the bottom, the one at the far right.
It's too blurry.
That's what I'm
AI
saying.
is gonna be a little bit more. AI is gonna be a little bit more distinct.
No. I didn't say AI. I said video game grade. Like if you're playing Skyrim or some other type of shit, it doesn't. He doesn't have, because like even underneath, if you look at, of course it's his right side, but our left side when we're looking at him, you can even tell by the color gradient underneath the neck for the reflection of where the light should be hitting him is not correct. Also going down a little bit underneath there where the chin is at too. Plus you can see the little spot.
So what's your point of bringing that up though?
I think something is off with this.
I'm gonna say this. I think it depends on who took the picture, because you gotta understand something. Police working shifts, people they taking it with a camera. That camera could have been adjusted. The focus might have not been good on those 2 right pictures. It's better on that left picture, but it's not that good on the 2 other pictures. It could have been it could have been a different precinct too. Could have been different precincts picked up all 3 of these dudes, and the settings on their cameras could be different. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect. I'm just saying we also got to consider that as well. They could have been picked up by 3 different precincts.
Right. I'm just going off of past things where Fox was known for doing some malicious ass shit like that. So that's the only thing that I was looking at. It just
I got you. But I mean, here's the thing. If the suspects were found, which they were, through the surveillance of their cameras at their apartment complex, that's what they said, how they called them, cameras on the scene and cameras at the apartment complex. I don't think Fox would even have what would be their justification, or what would be the reason why they would want to just do some malicious and do some false. For what if they already been caught?
That's something we'll talk about off stream.
I got you.
That helped track the suspects' movements and make positive IDs. According to court paperwork, a close relative of the Lucas brothers helped police ID them.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Okay, we're talking about a congressional intern being killed by the same old usual suspects. They all look the same. They all look the same. This is part of the reason why I refuse.
A congressional intern not being damn covered by MSNBC or CNN, really.
I refuse to grow my hair out, right? Is because I don't want to look like one of those individuals, right? Because all these individuals started to look the same. Okay, they all started to look the same. Why is it that 6% of the population repeatedly shows up as the suspects in these crimes? I'm so serious.
You hear that, y'all? We make up 31% of the population of this nation, or we make up less than that. I think it's in 20% of the population of the country, and 6% of the population of Chicago is doing all these damn crimes. It's just crazy.
Like at some point, people have to acknowledge the truth. Okay, the truth. This is the truth, right?
It ain't young white gangs doing all this shit. It ain't young Asian gangs doing all this shit. It ain't young Latino. Well, it's probably MS-13. Some they might be doing some shit, but no. Who's doing it the most, y'all? Come on now.
So there's a problem. There's a huge problem, and I think one of the biggest problems is that you have black men like this guy Eddie Glaude on MSDNC who refuses to acknowledge that there is a crime problem, that there is an issue, and that these individuals need to be locked up, and they need to be locked up for a long time. But apparently he believes that this is harmful, right? It is harmful to have more of a police presence to stop criminals like that from taking people's lives, right? And again, when it comes to criminals like that, the people who are negatively affected the most look like them, right? The victims mostly are black, okay? In that case, the victim was white, but I'm just saying a vast majority of the time, the victims are black. But for whatever reason, this guy is not concerned about that. He's more concerned about police being violent towards black people. And Joe Scarborough or MSDNC is going to take issue with that. And like I said, fireworks are going to explode on this network in this conversation. Liberals are pissed off. Progressives are pissed off at Joe Scarborough being a white guy setting this black academic straight on this issue of policing and crime. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
Let's think about policing differently as we try to address an issue of safety, which every community deserves. Does that make sense?
It does.
Well,
Joe, take it.
Well, but the thing is, you talk about how cops on the streets won't make a difference. I will tell you that one poll after another has suggested otherwise when you speak to.
I had to step away for a minute. You had anything you need to say, man?
No.
Okay, cool. Continuing on, folks.
Black Americans, when you speak to poorer Americans, there's a Washington Post poll that we've talked about quite a bit over the past several weeks since we talked about additional troops in Washington, D.C., and that is 91% of D.C. residents said that crime was a serious problem. The people that said crime was a very serious problem overwhelmingly were black residents. Those who said it was not a serious crime predominantly were white, rich residents. And the demographic who said that crime was the biggest problem were black women. I go back to 2020 when there were a lot of hipsters talking about defunding the police, a lot of political activists talking about defunding the police. You can find New York Times articles in real time about communities predominantly with people of color in some of the poorest and most dangerous parts of New York City. And their city councilmen and city councilwomen were saying, defund the police. What are you talking about? We need more police on the streets. We need more safety officers in our school. We need more police officers making sure our children and our mothers can walk to school and walk to work without being stopped by gang members. So I guess that's my question back to you. When you're speaking generally about this, are you speaking as an academic? Are you speaking as somebody who reflects these communities who say, we live in a dangerous city? I know rich white people in Georgetown may feel more comfortable, or in Northwest Washington may feel more comfortable, but in Southeast, we don't feel more comfortable. We want more cops.
No, Joe, I'm not just speaking as an academic. I'm speaking as a black man who has been reared in the United States with a deep-seated suspicion about whether or not police actually are engaged in protecting our communities, right?
I can't stand people like this. I cannot stand people like this because they weaponize their race to try to speak on behalf of black people as if all black people feel this way. All black people are afraid of cops. No, I'm not speaking as an academic. I'm speaking as a black man who has questions about whether or not cops are actually trying to keep people safe, right? And it's like, dude, these woke academics are so disconnected from the reality of what's actually happening in the Black community that I don't understand why is it that these networks continue to drag these individuals who, again, do not live in these neighborhoods. They didn't grow up in these neighborhoods. They don't know anything about this, right? But they're weaponizing their quote unquote Blackness to speak on something that they actually really don't know that much about because they don't really live it, okay? They don't really live it. They have not lived it, okay? As somebody who has lived in a hood, right? As somebody who did not grow up in an affluent neighborhood, right? Or around wealthy people, I can tell you as a Black person, me personally, I do not have this type of distrust in police because I never had any type of negative run-in with police based on my skin color or my race, right? And I've had plenty of interactions with police. And at no point in time did I ever feel as if I would lose my life because of my skin color. I never felt unsafe. I've always felt more unsafe around Black criminals, right? And some of the Black people who were in the hood, right? I always felt more unsafe around them than I felt around police. The presence of police was a sigh of relief, okay? I actually lived in a neighborhood where the house right next to my house got shot up because there was a gang operating in that neighborhood, literally right next door.
That makes no fucking sense, man. It's crazy.
A gang neighborhood.
Yeah, that
house
really
was
is.
shot up, drive-by, right next to my house. Right next to my house.
Time to light up.
But you know, for whatever reason, I'm supposed to be more worried about the police. Oh, more police that's dangerous, right? I'm supposed to be more worried about police than I am about the actual criminals and the gang members in these neighborhoods that are terrorizing people, according to the Black academic, right? According to the Black academic who's weaponizing his race to defend an indefensible position.
That's what they do, though, man. I'm so tired of these damn house Negroes coming on CNN and MSNBC, race baiting, pulling the race card, pulling the victimhood. Fucking what's the new thing that they doing now? It's called virtual signaling. What is it called? Virtue something, virtue signaling, something like that. That's what they do. That's what the Democratic Party has done. And the Democratic Party is now in a tailspin, crashing because people don't take their bullshit no more. We're not falling for it. Y'all not fooling nobody no more. You're not. Stop it. We need two parties in this country. It's about to be a uniparty country. Because they're not winning no more unless they get their act together. And I like two daggum parties because it keeps people in line and keeps the checks and balances right.
It's crazy because what Joe Scarborough is saying, for as delusional as he is, on this subject, he's not delusional. I'm still trying to figure out how in the world did this dude not recognize Joe Biden's mental decline, but yet he can clearly see it as a crime problem. I don't really get it. Okay, it really shows you how Trump derangement can cloud people's judgment. But regardless, maybe this is a broken clock situation. I'm resonating with what Joe Scarborough is saying as a Black person, again, who's actually lived through these experiences. Then the Black guy weaponizing his Blackness to try to speak on this issue as if he speaks for Black people.
I'm going to tell y'all this. For anybody that's listening that's not Black, I grew up in the country, okay? All this shit they talk about racism, all this shit. Look here. I grew up in a small country town, 2,500 people. I can count on one hand how many times I've had any type of racism thrown at me. And really and truly, I can't really remember when I have. Now, you know when I had some racism, the first time I was called a nigga? I was in the hospital taking care of a dang white person. And I still took care of them regardless if they called me that because they had dementia. They was old and had dementia. Damn near crazy. What they call them in the hospital is 1013. In the hospital I work in now, they call it a 1013. Basically, this motherfucker is so crazy, we got to keep him under watch. Might have to put him in damn restraints. That's who called me nigga.
That padded jacket.
No, they don't put in no padded jacket. They just put you in the damn blue paper scrubs, and put you in an isolated room, and you got a sitter that sits outside your room 24/7. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. I have not. Hey, I'm telling y'all, as much as people want to talk about this racism shit, I ain't really been. The only thing I say, being in the South, you'll see a damn Confederate flag every now and then in a real deep country. And in my country town, I saw Confederate flags here and there, but ain't no white person never had the damn gumption to damn come up to me and give me any type of shit in my small country town. 2,500 people, y'all. You don't get no country than that. One traffic light. One fucking traffic light.
Dude, try being the only melanated kid in an all-white school. So
and
that's how I grew up.
All right. And did you experience any racism?
Nope, because my first girlfriend was white. So I mean, I was good. Like growing up, everything else. So
Dragon.
What's up?
Dragon, my first official girlfriend in high school was white.
I mean, so yeah. Like,
she was white. Her name was Nicole, and she was born in Germany. Military family, and came back to America. And I'm gonna tell you that womb was good, Bo. That womb was good. Only thing I didn't like she wanted me to lick ketchup off.
Yeah.
I know, right? Wanted me to lick ketchup. I'm like, what the fuck? Ketchup?
Fuck? Why ketchup? What?
It's all good. I still did that shit.
I know.
Nigga, I was 16, 17. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
No, I was 16. I was 17.
I know. I would have did the same shit at that age too.
I was 17. I didn't lose my virginity on a white girl. I lost my virginity on a black girl. What's funny is this. The woman I lost my virginity on already had a boyfriend.
Oh.
Was in the summer program. She left his ass at the house because she was in the summer program. She let me hit. The week later, she let another nigga hit.
Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm. Terrible. My first 1, 2, 3. My first 3, 4. Shit, excuse me.
Are you good?
Woo, shit.
I see.
I'm gonna have a good night. My first 4 chicks, man, was black. That 5th one was that white girl, and that's the one that I damn made my girl. Ain't that some shit?
Well, I was in Arkansas, so you know how that goes.
And then I had a high yellow chick. No, she was red. She was red. She was straight. She was cute as fuck. But then all through college, my first one was dog. She was so dog, man. She put fingerprints on charcoal. I swear for God. That's a sex little joke. Right now, I'm chilling. I ain't really messing with nobody. I got a little Ginger. You know what I'm saying? She's so awesome. She's so awesome.
Yeah, she's a sweet woman. Dude.
Shout out Ginger. You know who I'm talking to.
Respectful.
You know who I'm talking to. You probably listening right now. She says she listens to my stuff every now and then, man, whenever she go to sleep and everything. Shout out to the
very respectful.
I'm gonna call her my Ginger.
Just from what I hear in the background and other stuff like that when she moving by, yeah, she's very respectful. So
not just respectful, she is feminine.
Mm-hmm.
She is submissive. And folks, I don't order her around. She just does things. I don't even have to ask her to do shit. She just does shit. And this ain't my lady. This is someone I'm kicking it with because I was truthful with her from the get up. I said, Shawty, I haven't gone through a divorce. I told her some other things, but the main thing I told her, look, I've gone through a divorce, Shawty. I just got out that bit. This will be 3rd year coming up in October. It started my 4th year coming up in October. Man, I ain't right now. I was in that joker for 8 years. I ain't trying to be in a relationship for at least another goddamn 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put nobody through no shit. I still got some shit. I've dealt with it. I've forgiven my ex-wife, but the thing is this: I have reflected on myself. I know what I did wrong, and I looking within myself to correct what I need to correct before I get into another relationship. Plus, y'all all know when men go through a damn divorce, they got to start all over. We get taken through the ringer financially.
Yep.
I'm just blessed enough to be able to still, invest in some crypto. Take care of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Still make a good, honest wage living, above average. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back to this, man. I just had to say that, man, that my first girlfriend was white, sure was. Mm-hmm. Nicole, shout out to you, baby.
And it's like, again, your black experience isn't the only black experience, right? I got a black experience too, and I'm telling you, my black experience leads me to believe that, yeah, I appreciate more police, right? The more police, the better, okay? The more police.
Now he said his black experience. I'm gonna tell you now. Be real with you. The first time I seen anybody or witnessed somebody or heard somebody getting shot was in my white high school. A lot of folk don't know this. Before Columbine was Harlem High School. Before Columbine, young black dude shot another black dude in the hallway in the school.
Damn.
Came to school high on cocaine, man. They had been bullying this dude ever since fucking middle school. He is alive. He is out and free. It took him a while to get out, but he is. I ain't gonna name them names, but killed one of my homeboys, man. I really liked the real cool dude I played football with. Killed him. Shot another dude in the neck. Another cool dude, but dumb as fuck because a month later he had a fucking rock quarry pond with some white boys. He can't swim. He jumping in the motherfucking pond. Drown, nigga. He drowned, bruh. How you get a second chance in life and drown, dog, knowing good and well you can't fucking swim?
That's fucking crazy.
But I'll say this, the first shootout I had ever been a witness to, shootout now, in public, outside, black folks. Black folks. Every time I've been around anybody shooting, black folk. That's my black experience. Now, mind you, I have other black experiences like HBCU homecoming and pledging the fraternity and playing college black football for HBCU, you know, seeing black love. I've seen the positives, a lot of positives, but I know about the negatives too.
Right.
I have. I done been to Black College Weekend. I done seen the debauchery. I done seen the pretty much before the Me Too movement, women getting graped and stuff. Not graped, but you know, like groped. I should say that, groped. I've never seen a woman get graped. Best believe I ain't never seen that. I would have not let it go down. But groped, you know, back in the day, them dang Black College Weekend, dang Daytona Beach, woman go by, do you know what I'm saying? Smack on the ass, grab them bitches, like just start smiling and shit. Wasn't none of that Me Too shit back there?
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't. That's my black experience, y'all.
He's the better.
Right? Having had to talk, right, from a young man, right, from a young boy. So there's not this.
Everybody had to talk. It doesn't matter what your race is. Everybody has to talk. Dummy, right? I hate when people do this. Well, as a black person, we had to talk. White people have to talk, right? Hispanic people, Asian, everybody has to talk at a young age about police and how to deal with police. Okay, that's not a black thing, right? It's not a black thing. If any,
y'all know how we are as black people, man, dealing with police as a whole. Give them all kind of bullshit. Now I will say this now. When you see them videos of them white people getting pulled over speeding tickets, nigga, they talk to the police all kind of motherfucking ways.
Yeah,
don't shit happen their ass. So I will say they are privileged in that. We ain't finna be fucking biased on this podcast. We're gonna speak the truth now. You've seen the videos. Now, me, I can also say as a black person being pulled over by the police, because I've been pulled over before, speeding. I just had my damn ID and my fucking insurance ready right when they come to the car, nigga.
Right.
I give it to them right out the window. I just hang my hand out the window with the paper version of my insurance and my ID. As soon as they come up, they ain't got to worry about shit. Got one hand on the steering wheel, the other hand hanging out the car. I'm black. I do know they will fuck with us, but at the same time, you can't be stupid. Don't be trying to do like these white folk talk about, I'm sovereign. I don't have an ID. I don't have to have an ID. I'm not commuting anything. I'm not working. Bitch, that shit don't work. Just hand me your ID and your insurance, folk. Yes, sir. No, sir. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? And don't be doing stupid shit like smoking in the fucking car. Why y'all do this? Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of my pet peeves, bro, when I was doing Uber a whole bunch, I'll probably go out and drive some more soon, but when I was doing Uber a whole bunch, bro, is every time I pick up any black young person, generation Z, smell like weed. I picked up a Gen Xer, smell like weed, black dude. Now, mind you, I done picked up a white person smell like weed too, but there's way more majority, way more counts of black people I picked up in the back of an Uber, bro. and they sitting back there smelling like dank, nigga.
Right.
I know a lot of people that do that, and you don't even know, you can't smell it. You don't know they smoke it out. Not gonna name no names, but we know some people. We know some people that grow weed don't look like he got their smoke. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think not enough black people are having the talk about how black people should deal with police. If they were doing that, then you would have so many idiots trying to play street lawyer with police, and then they end up getting shot and killed.
What did I just say?
Because they don't know how to comply. So let's be real. Everybody gets to talk. That's not a black thing.
This relationship to the police that you're presupposing. And let me just say this, I think.
No, I'm not presupposing.
Let me just make this point.
Hold on, Eddie. Eddie, I'm not presupposing anything. I am giving you data. And by the way, are you living the same experience that you're talking about, that we've talked about on this show for 18 years with you and Gene Robinson and everybody else? But is your experience in Princeton the same as somebody's
in Princeton, y'all? This nigga ain't never been in the hood.
Hey, give me a cover, please. Get out of here.
That's funny.
Get out of here, man.
So he wouldn't actually have a real clue. He wouldn't actually have a real clue then.
Exactly, dog. He don't have a real fucking clue. This nigga's embarrassment, bro. Fucking embarrassment. That's what he is, dog.
Of course not. Of course not. There are class differences. There are class differences that complicate.
The person in Anacostia.
So he's not living that experience, and that's the point. He's not, and I don't think he has lived that experience, because if you've actually lived that experience, you cannot sit on national television with a straight face and try to pretend as if, well, having more cops is worse than allowing the criminals and the gangs to run the neighborhood and be agents of chaos. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Again,
no way.
These black liberals make me sick. I cannot stand these black progressive academics, because again, they try to pretend as if they speak for black people, right? That they understand the black experience when they don't. They don't. And here's the thing about these people: they're incentivized financially for black people to never succeed, to always be living in poverty, to always have run-ins with the police. Okay, to have these crime-ridden neighborhoods, because if the black community actually was doing well, these people wouldn't be needed. These people wouldn't have a platform. They only have a platform because of the current state of the black community. And this is why they are financially and socially incentivized to always play this victimhood card, to never vouch for actual real solutions, real issues that will solve problems for black folks, because if the problems are actually solved, this man wouldn't have a job. He wouldn't be on national television. Nobody would care about what he has to say.
Black folks, y'all have to get smarter about being discerning when someone's talking to you. And this for educational purposes, of course. When you think about someone sitting there talking to you, you have to think about the context in which they're talking to you from. Okay. This is what smart people do. They analyze the situation. They become critical thinkers. He makes money being liberal. He has a platform. He wants you to watch him. So what is he going to do? He gets on fucking MSNBC. He does the same fucking thing that most black people fall for. Emotionalizing the fucking situation instead of speaking facts. And he ain't even lived the black experience like most of us have. He went to fucking Princeton. I mean, come on, folks. Also, I'll give you another damn example. So check this out. Let's say you in a church, right? And you listening to a pastor speak. And this pastor so happens to have, I don't know, a ministry that he sells his speeches and stuff on, right? And he mentions that shit too many times. Are you not going to question the other shit come out of his mouth? He trying to sell you his damn product. You supposed to be preaching about God, about Jesus. I mean, come on, folks. Look at who talking to you and look and find out what context in which they're talking to you from. Okay? For instance, MSNBC the other day, They showed a clip of our Director of Homeland Security. Okay, Norm. How about they only played the clip where she was identifying a guy, but they had it like she was just being negative about it. They didn't play the whole clip that also told you that this dude was a pedo, that he had children's pictures, and also he has already was a criminal to begin with, and beat a woman. But you didn't hear that because you don't look at other damn news channels. You can look at all of them. I ain't saying stop watching CNN and MSNBC. I'm saying why not know about everything? That way you're not being fooled. That way you're not being led astray. You feel me? Like, for instance, I ordered the Ethiopian Bible the other day. I'm going to read the whole damn Bible. Now, some of those books are not canon. Canon Bible books are the books that the Holy Spirit actually inspired the writer. He heard from the Holy Spirit and he wrote the book. It's from God. It's God breathed. The other books that's in the Ethiopian Bible were taken out because they were not inspired by the Holy Spirit, but they are historically contextual. So instead of me just reading the regular Bible, I just read the whole Ethiopian Bible and know about all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You hear me, Dragon?
Yeah, I hear you.
Y'all got to be smarter than this, black folk. Come on now.
And that's why these people make me sick. He's pretending as if he understands the experience when he does not understand the experience. He does not understand what these people are living through. He's not living in it. And I want to be clear. It's not just a police issue. It's also a criminal justice issue where you have these soft on crime DAs that are not prosecuting and going after these criminals. So you can have all the police in the world and police can be making all the arrests.
Also, I'll say this. It could be a white person or an Asian person. If the DAs ain't doing their fucking job, it don't matter what race the person is. Let's be real. Proceed.
In the world. But if the DAs aren't prosecuting, right? If the DAs aren't doing their jobs, then it doesn't matter because they're going to be let right back out on the streets, right? It's going to be catch and release. So, again, I just want to be clear. It's not just about the police, right? It's also about the DAs as well, too. There needs to be top-down change in these liberal cities.
Gang members.
Right.
We've been saying.
I've been watching them. I heard you say this. I just repeated the point.
People that are watching this, I hear you saying you don't want that. Well, we all agree with you on everything that you say.
But Joe, the point I'm making though by repeating it here. But the point I'm making by repeating it is that Donald Trump doesn't give a damn about crime in this instance, in the way in which I just described it. He doesn't give a damn about crime. In fact, he's repeating something that's at the heart of the drive around crime, that it's not really about protecting those communities. It's about protecting certain communities from those communities.
Are you serious, man?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
First of all, these young, dumb you-know-whats do not represent the whole community, bro. What the hell you talking about? We as black people know they're educated black people. They're very successful black people that know how to act. You got ratchet people that make a lot of money too. You got folk that ain't never murdered anybody, never pulled a crime that's black. Professionals, lawyers, doctors, all of that. So saying you want a community, he's talking about a community going to another, like what the hell are you talking about? Listen to this dumbass.
Repeating it here. But the point I'm making by repeating it is that Donald Trump doesn't give a damn about crime in this instance, in the way in which I just described it. He doesn't give a damn about crime. In fact, he's repeating something that's at the heart of the drive around crime. That it's
there you go. Getting more drive around, reminding black folks about a time when it wasn't during Trump's campaign.
It's not really about protecting those communities. It's about protecting certain communities from those communities.
Okay, the community that the crime is in the black community. So who are you protecting them from? They need to be protected from themselves sometimes. What the hell is this dude talking about? Ain't no white folk going down there getting shot. We shooting ourselves.
And it generates a certain orientation of policing. And I want us to get at that as we call for a surge of cops. Is that cool? Can we agree on that?
I asked you if you'd been watching the show, Eddie, because that's all we've been saying.
Not quite.
Right. So I tell you what, can we agree on that? Actually, should be reversed to, can you watch our show? Because if you watch our show, you will know that we agree with everything you're saying. You're saying it very passionately, though, and I'm sure people online are going to say, Eddie Glaude sure told Joe and the Morning Joe set what they've been saying for 3.5 weeks passionately. Joe, he's so bad. He's so bad. Because he's been saying it for 3 weeks.
Joe,
well, again, what Joe Scarborough is doing here is that he knows he's about to get a lot of backlash from the progressives that watch this show about him lecturing a black man or how black people feel about crime. So he's covered his ass, right? So, well, we all agree that
I wonder if they fired Rachel Maddow yet. I need to look that up.
Trump is doing this for racist, nefarious reasons, right? And it's like, no, you don't agree with this guy. You don't agree with this guy. Let's be real. You don't. This is why you're arguing with him, because you don't agree with him. You don't agree with him, and you can tell they don't agree with him.
Let me try, Joe, I'm serious. Let me try and help here, because you started this conversation. You said this is not about. I want to help the conversation. This is not about more policing. Right. So that's, you started it that way, and Joe never said, or anybody on the other side of this debate never said, let's bring bad cops into Chicago. It's bring in policing, evolving policing, community policing, improving policing. Bring in, if you can't say we need more safety on the streets of Anacostia or on the streets of Chicago or on the streets wherever there is high crime, good, developing, evolving, ever-improving policing,
right,
then you got a problem, because people are saying they want that. And I think you kind of flip the conversation to saying we don't need more cops. And a lot of people feel they need more really good, developed police organizations.
I think so. This is what the argument I'm making. We need a different conception of policing, but we don't need a surge of cops. That's what a surge of police. I don't think the answer to the issue of crime is 5,000 more cops.
But it is, though, right? But it is. And that's the reality that people refuse to accept. This is the reality that liberals refuse to accept, progressives refuse to accept. Some libertarians also refuse to accept it as well, too. It actually does work, right? Actually, having more cops worked. Again, look at what's happening in D.C., right? They criticize the National Guard. Well, the National Guard, they ain't doing nothing but cleaning up trash. They ain't really doing any policing. It's like, you're missing the point. You're missing what's actually happening. The National Guard being there frees up the actual police to do more.
That's correct. So we're gonna switch real quick, and I want to see if we can talk about what happened with this Ukrainian national. I just got to find the video. It's somewhere in here. I know that this shit is ridiculous, man. Like, I didn't even understand it was gonna be like this. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if this. No, that's not it. I'm about to find the folk. In the meantime, between time, let's party just a little bit. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Look.
Come on.
Left. Yo.
Let's go. Yeah.
Down the Mongo.
Usually I give about 6 seconds, put it on the clock. Pressure all on you, watch us.
Come on.
Can't be a friend and shit, trying to block your happiness. Yeah, but if it cold, but the night still young. I can tell you got the ability to have me sprung.
Go.
On me, have me speak another tongue on the time I think.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Come on.
I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. A snitch is telling to wiggle out or something. I'm just telling. No, nothing. Put a nigga ass in jail, nigga.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Yes, sir. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, folks. So here we go. Shocking video shows Ukrainian woman stabbed to death on Charlotte train. This is from ABC Chicago 7.
Heartbreaking story out of Charlotte. A young woman stabbed to death while riding the light rail train. We want to warn you, this video may be very disturbing for you to watch. News surveillance.
So basically, guys, I'm stopping it, educational purposes. So I'm stopping it, entertainment purposes on there. So this is a video. They're not going to show you everything. It's going to be blurred out. So we good. So this Ukrainian woman was basically escaped from the Ukrainian war in here in America, working, you know what I'm saying? She's a national. She's in here in America legally. I have to emphasize the word legally working. And she ends up being slaughtered on the train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Crazy.
Jeez, serious?
Look, man.
Has been identified as a 23-year-old Ukrainian woman, entered the blue line, and then she takes a seat. She sits down directly in front of the Carlos Brown. That's the suspect. A short time after that, Brown pulls out what appears to be a pocket knife and suddenly stabs her multiple times. He got to the scene. Brown was arrested on the platform shortly after. Charlotte's transit system says Brown did not have a ticket to ride that train.
So he stole the damn ticket to ride the train now. You hear me? Stole the ticket to ride the fucking train. And he ends up fucking, you know, that don't make no motherfucking sense, man. Makes absolutely no sense to do that, dog. And you know what's even more crazy about that shit, man?
Dude?
What?
I'm just saying, what the fuck? Why do that to that woman?
I know, right?
I'm like, dog, come on, man. That motherfucker's got to.
All right, look. Here's. I'm about to play an update. Here's an update going on, but we're gonna get into his background too. I just got to find the right video. Here we go. This is live now. Fox.
Touching call. Our hearts go out to them. She is a refugee. She literally came to the United States.
Like I said, folks, before she's a refugee. This is for education purposes, education and entertainment purposes. This is live now, Fox. Once again, like I said before, she's a refugee
From a bomb shelter in Ukraine to escape the war, and she was going about her day. She was coming home from work on a light rail train, like all of us do all the time, and she was brutally murdered.
This is from 6 hours ago, folks.
Charlotte, I'm so sad to say that our city has gotten to this place. I was born here. I grew up here. I remember when the light rail was built. I remember the development it spurred. I remember the excitement. And to think now that you can't even feel comfortable riding that train hits me deep. The light rail brought this city access to jobs, access to education. People could take the train to college. It really put Charlotte on the map. And this incident has really, really injured that. Now, to Carlos Brown Jr., who we allege stabbed Erna Sarutska, is in state custody on first-degree murder charges. But I'm here today to announce that we're going to supplement those state charges with federal charges.
Yes, sir.
Federal charges will go alongside the murder case in state court, and we hope that they will ensure justice for Erna, for her family, and for the whole Charlotte community. The charge we are bringing is in Title 18, which is the criminal code. It's section 1992A7, which
section
is
1992
really for this situation. It is an act of violence on a mass transportation system. It is a law that is there because acts like this
terrorism,
the American way. It affects our daily
they
life.
convict them as terrorism.
Random acts on a train that are the thoroughbred and how
they are going to convict him as a terrorist. He is. It is a wrap for this dude. See, folks, don't be out there doing stupid stuff. See, all these young YNs is crazy than the mug. That is the title that you see now. But the title of the whole podcast tonight is The Usual Suspects once again. Lock them all up, damn it. Lock them up.
How we get through our cities, to work, to our places of education, to our families. It is our way of American life. Crime makes people stop taking that light rail. They give up those opportunities. And we are here to be sure that we can save our city and bring those opportunities back. The maximum penalty for this federal crime is life in prison without parole or the death penalty. Of course, each individual case receives its own sentencing hearing by a federal judge that will decide the sentence based on the individual factors in this case. Of course, at this point, we're only making allegations. We do have a charge. We filed a criminal complaint. It has been signed by a federal judge. The charges have been brought, but they are just charges. Getting there has been a process. I want to thank the FBI, which has an incredible team that has investigated this case. They've ensured we had a basis for federal charges. I want to thank the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department that started this investigation, apprehended the defendant immediately after the incident happened at the light rail station. And I want to thank the District Attorney's Office and Spencer Merriweather, who brought first-degree murder charges right away when this happened. I think everyone knows the facts of this case, but I will briefly recitate what is in our criminal complaint. And that is...
So they're about to tell you what's on the criminal complaint. We're not going to watch this whole video because I'm trying to find this video where somebody talked about what that dude had already done before, and why the fuck was he so freely walking the streets, huh? Charlotte, North Carolina, huh?
Is that at 9:55 on August 22nd, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department responded to a call that there had been a stabbing on a light rail train. They located the victim, who had been suffered stab wounds in her neck, on her hand. They found a pocket knife on the scene, and they apprehended the defendant at the rail stop. Now, much more recently, the surveillance video was obtained from the train, and that's really what gave us the basis for federal charges here. And the surveillance video shows Irina Zarutska getting on the train by herself in her work uniform, sitting down by herself in a row that just happened to be in front of DeCarlos Brown Jr. Approximately 4 minutes later, Mr. Brown pulled out a pocket knife. You see him on video open that pocket knife, and he stabbed her 3 times in the neck. He then walked off the train with blood dripping from the knife. This is obviously a horrible, horrible situation.
He's trying not to cry.
But this is why federal statutes exist. They exist to take care of situations like this because no one should sit in fear when they sit on the light rail. If you sit in fear on the light rail, you sit in fear when you walk around the streets of our center city like I do every day. You sit in fear when you go to our parks, like I do with my daughter every weekend. You sit in fear at our sporting events, our entertainment venues, at concerts, at restaurants, at our museums. These are all the things that we have worked as a city so hard to build. We built this city. Companies have come here in droves. More than 150 people move here every day. We built a city that people want to live in, but we can lose that all if we allow violent crime like this to go on in our streets. And I'm here to tell you, the federal government is going to save our city from that. To Erna's family, we will pursue justice. We will use the full weight of the law. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate your attention to this case. I know this has gotten national attention.
All righty, so we are going to now go to where you're going to see a little bit more of how the left does their usual thing.
To death out of nowhere by a black man from...
This is Megyn Kelly.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, who seemed deeply disturbed in multiple ways and had been, as they say, a sophisticated consumer of the criminal justice system prior to plunging his pocket knife into poor Irina's neck on a train, on a public train. An extraordinary display on CNN last night on that Abby Phillips show discussing this story. And she had on, among others, my pal Arthur Aidala was there. She had on Van Jones, and Van Jones is completely gone. I mean, his take on this story is insane, and he knows better. He knows better. He didn't.
We know Van Jones is a straight up jigaboo. I didn't seen him do allegedly. I haven't seen a lot of folks call him a jigaboo, especially people like Angerman and all these other black conservatives.
Do his homework, I'm going to guess, but where they took this commentary was deeply ignorant and, of course, insulting, and played the race card against the people who are saying, hey, this would be very different if the races were reversed of the perp and the victim. First, I want to update the audience from this point yesterday on the murderer accused, DeCarlos Brown.
Listen
who
to
on
this.
His train, after he plunged the knife into Irina, got up and walked down a couple train cars and then off the train. And as he had the knife, as he was dripping blood, and now we have heard, and we heard this yesterday prior to that CNN show late last night, the audio of what he says. Listen carefully. We've listened to it many times. We've sped it.
Oh, damn. This is an exclusive. Let's go.
Up. We've slowed it down. We've turned up the volume. And what he is saying is, I got that white girl. I got that white girl. Here it is.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, man. Hey, white folk out there, we ain't all like this, man. We are not all like this. Please don't think we all like this now.
No, they know.
We're not all like this. These are some ignorant asses, man. We don't claim them.
So very disturbing. He's disturbed. And
Yes, he
obviously is mentioning race. By the way, on that front, we have a belief, a well-founded
damn
belief,
shame.
that the FBI may be stepping into this case with an announcement shortly. So stay tuned for that. It could happen during this show. All right. So with all that buildup, I'm going to take you to Abby Phillip's show. And here's Abby Phillip, who never misses an opportunity to make her segments or her show about race and how oppressed Black people like Abby Phillip, who makes millions of dollars, presumably, are. Here she is in SOT 3.
Certain people have been looking for an opportunity to find a case like this, to make a point like this. I want to play, this is Charlie Kirk, why he says this hasn't gotten a lot of attention.
A white Ukrainian refugee was murdered just because she was white. Everybody knows that, obviously. If a random white person simply walked up to and stabbed a nice, law-abiding Black person for no reason, it would be an apocalyptically huge national story used to impose national sweeping political changes on the whole country. Instead, Megan Basham, no one seems to care when a white woman gets stabbed to the death.
Wow. He said white a lot. They've been looking for opportunities to make this some sort of like reciprocal George Floyd situation. And that's the part that I think.
What the fuck? Seriously? Seriously?
Yeah, they are.
Folks, I am a Black person. I'm Afro-Latino. But I'm a man of color. And to say that is ridiculous. The dude said in the audio, I got that white girl. What the fuck? Did we not hear the same thing, Dragon?
Yeah, we heard the exact same thing, bro.
Did we not? He could have just said, I got that girl.
Yep.
He ain't had to say, I got that white girl. He could have said, I got that bitch.
True.
He ain't say that either, did he? Moving on.
He's almost giving away the game, and it's sad to see a lot of people going along with it.
It's sad. She's sad. She's super sad. And here's the follow-up. Hold your thought.
Oh my God.
From Van Jones in SOT 4.
We don't know why that man did what he did. And for Charlie Kirk to say, we know he did it because she's white, when there's no evidence of that, it's just pure race mongering, hate mongering. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Then he's
no evidence. Did this nigga just say no evidence?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't, bro. I ain't hear that. That had to be some. That had to be something else, man. That had to be like AI. You sure that wasn't AI, dog?
You know, I'm pretty sure.
You got to be kidding me.
Says that if something like that had happened the other way, there'd be sweeping changes imposed on society. Where is the George Floyd Policing Act? It didn't pass. You mentioned the thing about cashless bail. I think this is a big challenge that we have. Would you have felt better if there had been cash bail and the mom had come and put down $1,000 to let him out? It's not about cashless bail or no cashless bail. It's about the fact that we don't know how to deal with people who are hurting in the way this man was hurting. Hurt people hurt people.
Oh my
not
God.
Not that hurt people bullshit.
People. That's what.
Yeah.
Just two
Not
quick
that
things.
shit. Not that shit. You know the last time I heard somebody say that shit? My ex-wife. I'm gonna leave it at that.
The mom would have gotten him out of jail, like if there'd been like bail. We don't know that she wouldn't have gone down and bailed him out. Yes, we do, because the mom wanted him locked up. Van needs to do his homework. He did not do his homework before he went on that show.
This is what I want y'all to hear too. Listen to this shit.
I do not believe he wants to appear willfully ignorant. The mother was upset that the system continued turning her son back out into the community. She didn't know what to do with him and had run out of options. So I believe the mother would not have bailed him out had there been cash bail.
Dude,
and
that's
the bit about where's
crazy.
George Floyd policing it, like nothing changed in this country after George Floyd. Andrew. Like we're just going to pretend that wasn't some watershed moment where the left lost its ever-loving mind and forced all of corporate America and sports America and educational America to bend the knee on this race essentialism, which has still infested virtually every area of our lives and how we live to this day. We're only starting to unravel it thanks to the Trump election this past November. Your thoughts on it all?
Well, I think this is a huge story. Leaving aside the details of the story itself, the story that I think is just basically is an example of our time and what this moment in time is about is the question of whether a news media that is corrupt to its core is going to continue to be allowed to distort the facts and distort the state of the country, or have we finally amassed enough power in independent media to turn that story around? And what I mean by that is this. There are two kinds of news stories, essentially. There's a news story that's sensational. We're all interested if a beautiful blonde movie star gets killed by her famous athlete husband. That's a big story simply because we are made as human beings to pay attention to stories like that in the same way we're made to tell stories about kings in Shakespeare to represent something about the human race. We attach our identities to famous, beautiful people. That's just a human fact. That's not a very important story. It's just a sensational story and an appealing story. The other kind of story are stories that are examples indicative of what is going on. So if 50 people are slaughtered on a single night or shot in a single night in Chicago, that's an important news story because it indicates what's going on in Chicago and in cities that are run in a similar way to Chicago. This corrupt media has done everything it can to make the exception the rule and the rule the exception.
I have forgot to mention that they ain't mentioned it yet. Still, I've been waiting to see if this is the right video for this shit. They didn't mention his ass had been locked up 12 other convictions, did they, Dragon? Did you hear that shit?
No, I didn't.
Yes, he had been locked up before. You know, she said the mother didn't know what to do with his ass and they don't know why he let him loose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That motherfucker got a history, bro. Yeah. I was hoping they get them touch on it.
To cover a George Floyd story, which is an anomalous story, a story of a man who died in police custody. Maybe
they touch George Floyd, like you know what they trying to do with that.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Man, come on.
She's crazy, dog.
Unless what they're trying to say on the cool is, yeah, he was, you know what I'm saying? No, he was like, yeah, he was. Stop lying.
What the fuck is this? These motherfuckers dumb as hell. I know they are not doing it. Melanie King. Okay, y'all. We're gonna go with Melanie. We gonna go to Melanie King's page. I think she has something about fucking Chicago. Listen to this shit, man. This is the black fatigue I'm tired of too, bro. I ain't talking about like having parades where you ride motorcycles. We ain't talking about that, you know, because I'm thinking about getting me a motorcycle. We talking about when you acting a fool on the fucking motorcycle, all in the city acting a damn fool like you Rough Riders or some shit. Shit's crazy.
Right?
Look at this Rough Rider shit. Look at this Rough Rider shit, man. Look at this. Craziness, man. Look at this. This is Queens. Queens now.
That's nuts.
They wildin'. You just say, hey, grab the cone, grab the cone. Slide that bit. Slide that bit. Oh, we out here, we snapping. These niggas fucking fuck up.
This is some bullshit, man. For what? For what? For what? What are you doing it for? For what? What are you doing it for?
Complete freaking
Follow Melanie King. Follow Melanie King.
chaos. This isn't a movie set. This isn't a war zone overseas. This is Brooklyn, New York in 2025. Viral clips of massive roaming gangs of unsupervised youth turning entire city blocks into lawless playgrounds. Kids jumping on cars, smashing windows, raiding stores, screaming like hyenas. It looks like a third world failed state. But no, folks. This isn't Venezuela. It's not South Africa. This is the so-called crown jewel of America, New York City.
Crown
The richest
jewel.
city in the world has now been reduced to a playground for criminals in training. And you know what? This isn't an accident. This is what Democrat governance looks like. This is their utopia. Chaos, dysfunction, and rot dressed up as progress, compassion. What? And let me be blunt, I have zero tolerance for this crap. This is child neglect, societal neglect, and political neglect all rolled into one.
Look at this, folks.
Brooklyn turns into a Mad Max film.
Lock all they ass up. Lock they ass up. Black folks need to be black folks again, damn it. We need to act better. You don't act right, you get locked up. Fuck that shit.
Come on, man.
The degeneracy. The degeneracy. Look at this chick over here with these booty shorts. Parents don't know what the fuck they doing nowadays, man. And you know they single mom. You know they got single mom. Bitch, all of them out there got single mom.
It's definitely single mom behavior.
Oh, there go one white boy. Yeah, a couple of white folks out there look like maybe some Latinos. They look like Auburn Avenue, damn Atlanta, Georgia. They scattered now. Look at it, scattered now. I will say this now. Now, Melanie, we got to keep it a beam, Melanie. You might be using a goddamn clip from a damn Joe Vert. Might be a motherfucking you see them damn flags, right? It could be a goddamn West Indian party, block party, some shit. Now, if it's a block party that's been sanctioned and you got the permits for it, you can't say it's probably some degeneracy going on, but that's the culture now. You can't lump it into all these motherfuckers doing shit just randomly in the damn city, just kicking in damn top windows and shit now.
Right.
You can't lump it in with that now, Melanie. Let's be good now. Let's be truthful now. Notice you got people cooking in the background. You know that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Notice that shit, Melanie. Come on now, Melanie. Come on now. I show you. Look, smoke right there, right? There goes some smoke. Somebody's cooking. Somebody's cooking. Got to be a festival. It's got to be a festival.
And it's not just Brooklyn. This is now a common scene across every Democrat-run hellhole in America. Kids flooding the streets, crawling on cars, twerking on windshields, terrorizing entire neighborhoods like it's a block party for degenerates. And here's the kicker. If you dare say this is unacceptable, well, the left will brand you a bigot. You're the problem for pointing out the obvious. Give me a break. This is not good for anyone, not for the businesses already shuddering from crime, the families trapped in these neighborhoods, and it's sure as hell not good for the law-abiding citizens who now can't even walk their own block safely. And let's not forget the kids themselves. These young people have absolutely no future under these Democrat-enabled chaos. They should be in school, learning, building a future. Instead, thanks to progressive policies, they're running wild, growing up to believe lawlessness is a lifestyle. Remember when Democrats shut schools down during COVID?
It's hard to get it sturdy and start to get it on. Oh, he's back out, coach.
He up the notch. Lock his ass up. Juvie. Put him in juvie.
Hold on. There's too much shit going on with the H-track. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, little homeboys got low. The little homeboys got low. Hold on.
And if you guys are tired of all the craziness going on,
check out her merch. But we ain't doing a commercial for her.
and you know what makes me even more furious? The shameless gaslighting from the left, the way they ignore, justify, or outright lie about what's happening. Take the so-called motorbike crew in Sheepshead Bay. Reports came out that groups of kids were tearing through Brooklyn on dirt bikes, causing chaos. And what did Democrats do? Pretend it wasn't real. Pretend it was a conspiracy theory. Pretend that lawless thugs riding around terrorizing citizens, the residents, was some figment of your imagination. Because that's the Democrat strategy.
All right, let me get something to drink.
Yeah, Melanie King. Now, she didn't used to always look like this. She's had some work done, allegedly. She was a little dark a little while back, but she's a little lighter now. Her nose, she's done some shit on her nose, probably the bridge of it. That's probably a frontal. Could not be. Maybe just, I don't know. But she does have her natural hair, though. That's not her natural hair, but she is a very good-looking woman. Very good-looking woman.
Reality. Mock the people living in it.
And she's traditional.
And call anyone who complains racist.
But she's a single mom.
It's pathetic.
I think she got a boyfriend, though. Tired of all this shit, man. Tired of all this shit.
This is what happens when you normalize lawlessness, when you turn ghetto crime culture into a lifestyle brand.
Get the fuck out of my way. Get the fuck out of my way. Other people, bro. The fuck out of my way. Get the fuck away from other people, bro. Get that on my face, bro. What the fuck?
Keep following me. Keep following me. Keep following me. I'm not following. I went from there to here. Sorry about that. What are you doing? Just go across the street. I'm not protesting. I'm just standing. I'm just standing, bro. I'm not doing nothing. It's rolling. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just standing. Guys, making my job a little bit harder. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just standing here. I'm literally just standing here. I'm not doing it. I'm just standing here. Look, they keep following us.
Go on the other corner. If they come to the other corner, then you know you got a problem.
Yeah, but look, see, they keep following. See? Look, these 3 CCPs over here, they keep following us. How come you guys are not doing it to them? Look, they keep following. You're telling us to go there, they come over here. Look, see? If we knock one of them out, then there's going to be a problem. Look, see, they keep following. Look, you push this over from over here, you got them over here. Look, you push them over here, we got.
What the fuck is happening in our country, man? This is when you have lawlessness. She's right, man. If these democratic damn cities, fuck democratic states or Republican states. We talking about democratic cities, democratic ran cities. This is where this shit is fucking up. This is in New York.
Look, that's exactly what they do. Look, little fucking Chinese fucking CCPs over here. Chinese CCPs. Like this.
NYPD in New York, Democratic ran goddamn city, and they gonna have Mondami get control of that city, boy. Oh my god.
Strategic reserve response group.
Oh my god.
Strategic.
Little half pint, they all tough in front of the cops. They're all tough in front of the cops, especially this little CCP bitch. They're all tough in front of cops. They're all tough in front of cops. Look at this sorry excuse for a loser. Look at this sorry excuse for a loser. Right, who's making your job harder? These people or us? You tell us to come here, yeah, come over here. We go around the corner, you tell us the same treatment as you're giving us. Oh, go ahead. Right. Go ahead. Beat the fuck out of me, bro. Beat the fuck out of me so I can fucking lay you on the floor. Beat the fuck out of me. Beat the fuck out of me so I can lay you on the floor. Go ahead. Do it so I can fucking lay you on the floor.
I just spotted the crew, the scooter robbery crew. They zoomed by me. One's wearing a red mask. They went southbound.
This is crazy.
On 6, but they're going the wrong way of traffic. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck these guys went, but I just seen them, bro. Fuck. Where are these motherfuckers?
I will say this: they will not pull that shit in Texas because they will get their asses lit the fuck up by the police department.
Oh, I know, right? They already been saying that.
They will get their asses lit the fuck up with no second thoughts.
My thing is, you play dumb games, you get dumb prizes.
Look, you don't hear none of that coming out of Texas, do you?
Nope.
Nope. Hell no.
My thing is, they know they're doing illegal shit. You gonna goddamn get hit.
Look, we doing our best to stay the fuck out of jail for the most part over here. You hear me?
No, I don't do shit. I stay out of jail. I don't do shit.
Same with me.
I think I just got him.
Fuck that.
Response to 11 commercial burglary, 710 East 9th Street, 710 East 9th Street.
So, guys, he's in his cop car, of course, and he is chasing these people, this scooter gang. And, of course, you're hearing the dispatch talk to him. Also, he's been searching for him for a bit now.
710 East 9th Street, 710 East 9th Street, Avenue C to Avenue B. Be advised all location is sensitive. the balance by EBT again.
But notice he didn't even if he was profiling them, he said it was scooter robbers. He just went flashing the thumbs up. He didn't go fuck with them, did he?
Nope.
Exactly.
Seriously?
Yeah, you saw that shit. NYPD. NYPD once again.
What the fuck is he dropping the trash can for? Fucking Mike.
Man, what the fuck is going on in these fucking cities, man?
Descent on purpose.
Descent on purpose?
Yep.
From who?
No. I'll have to say who I'm thinking it is off the stream, but it's on purpose to rebuild again. Think about it. They've been trying to do this for a long period of time. They got in the perfect people in order to do it now. Now they
the fucking World Cup is coming.
Right.
All that shit coming. Yep. Olympics coming back.
They doing a whole bunch of stuff, so that's the only thing that makes sense. And then with the new economy coming in, because mind you, every time a new economy has come in or something has changed, there's always been something drastic that's happened over here in the United States. That has happened over 48 times and documented officially 38 times. You can go look this shit up yourself. So this is just a rinse and repeat because it's up to the next 100 years. Because 100 years ago, if you think about it, they started utilizing a certain type of currency. Now it's switching over to being completely and utterly digital.
Yep. And that's a good segue, folks, into the next part of our podcast. We'll watch and see what she got to say, and then we'll go ahead into crypto. Yep, that's where we at, folks. That's the reality of the thing. So,
yeah, this is
it's craziness, man. Craziness, man. Straight craziness. Well, folks, let's go into crypto news with Crypto Dragon.
What the business is so. Hold on, let me bring this a little bit closer. All right, now you should hear me a little bit better.
Yes, sir.
NASDAQ is to invest $50 million in Winklevoss founded crypto exchange Gemini. Check this out. Oh yeah, it gets good. NASDAQ plans to invest $50 million into that company in a partnership that will allow the stock exchange to offer Gemini's custodial services to its financial institution clients. What have I been saying in our chat for the longest time, bro?
You've been saying a lot, man.
In this place, right into what I've been saying for the longest. That's why I'm like, hey, we need to get in before they do, so that way we can accumulate and do stuff, because once they get in, they're going to start locking motherfuckers out of doing shit, and they're going to be like, hey, you need to come over here with us and other stuff. But look, Gemini will also become a distribution partner for NASDAQ's trade management system known as Calypso. Gemini, the crypto exchange founded by Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, has secured NASDAQ as a strategic investor ahead of its initial public offering, or IPO, this week, CNBC has confirmed. NASDAQ plans to invest $50 million in the crypto company in a partnership that will allow the stock exchange to offer Gemini's custodial services to its financial institution clients. Gemini will also become a distribution partner for NASDAQ's trade management system known as Calypso. Pause. Funny thing is, there is an actual planet called Calypso that people actually go to mine stuff, hunt, and do other things. It was the actual first digital economy that was out there before all of this other stuff had actually came about. The game is actually based off of a game called Entropia Universe, which is actually connected to a Swiss bank. So everything in that video game is equated to actual real life money. I still have my bank account situated and set up and have been doing that since 2009. Continue.
Well, damn.
Dead serious, dog. To continue. That's why I found it funny that they would name it Calypso in regards to distribution for trade management, because a lot of people go to Cali or Calypso in order to take on the trade aspects of it because of with the prices of which you would actually get over there and everything else like that. So that's what clicked in my mind when I seen it. I was like, okay, I see how that is and other stuff. And they probably play Entropia Universe as well too. So I'm just piecing things together. The investment first reported by Reuters early Tuesday and is separate from Gemini's planned initial public offering this week. The crypto company plans to raise up to $317 million Friday in its public debut on NASDAQ. We continue to expand our capabilities to serve our institutional clients and the broader investor universe as the regulatory landscape around crypto assets evolves, a NASDAQ spokesperson said in a statement shared with CNBC. To prepare for future developments while maintaining an open ecosystem approach to market infrastructure, we will partner with Gemini on a non-exclusive basis as a part of a broader strategy to offer multi-custodial and staking services for crypto assets. Additionally, we will work with Gemini as a distribution partner for NASDAQ Calypso to serve firms seeking to benefit from its collateral management capabilities across traditional and digital assets. The investment and partnership structure we have employed with Gemini is consistent with those that we typically structure through NASDAQ Ventures, they added. The news comes a day after NASDAQ filed a proposal with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission seeking a rule change that will allow for the trading of tokenized stocks and exchange-traded products. While interest in tokenization has grown in recent months, a formal rule change would allow NASDAQ to become the first major traditional stock exchange to allow tokenized securitized trading. In crypto, tokenization is the process of issuing digital representations on a blockchain network of publicly traded securities, real-world assets, or any other form of value. Holders of tokenized assets don't have outright ownership of the asset themselves. Pause. So what they're trying to do, if you listen to the underlying portion and with that last bit of what it said, holders of tokenized assets don't have outright ownership of the asset themselves. And they're pairing up, NASDAQ is pairing up with Gemini so that way they can offer those that stuff over to the institutional portion, because NASDAQ is going to run it, hold a portion of it and other stuff, because you know how they are. So that way their people won't own the asset outright. On one side of the field, I would play into it. On another side of the field, I don't have outright ownership of said asset, which means to where if I don't have outright ownership and just partial ownership, that means the person that has more ownership than what I do can override and wind up taking that asset away. Isn't that correct? Okay. But by me having the asset outright, okay. Yeah, I see exactly where I'm gonna go. Let me go ahead and continue with this thing. I just wanted to pause right there so that way you can hear that. Gemini was founded by the Winklevoss twins in 2014 and holds more than 21 billion of assets on its platform as at the end of July, bro. The end of July. Okay. Last thing that I want to go ahead and touch on real quick is to where Coinbase shares rise as investors anticipate U.S. stablecoin rules, CNBC and Crypto World. So this was shared by CNBC a little bit earlier today. Give me just a second so I can see where it is. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me not share that one. This is the one that I actually wanted to share. It was about what Nigeria is doing. First, I need to go ahead and share that. So, but listen to this. Tinubu orders regulatory watch of digital currencies. President Bola Tinubu yesterday directed financial and capital market authorities to monitor the increasing use of stablecoins and digital currencies in Nigeria, cautioning that the shift away from traditional banking systems presents emerging challenges that must be proactively managed. Recall that the Senate, through its Committee on the Capital Market last week, said it's working with stakeholders in Blockchain Association of Nigeria, or SIBAN, to develop a comprehensive legal framework for cryptocurrency exchanges in the country. Nigeria's global standing in cryptocurrency adoption is ranking second worldwide and first in Africa, which is a compelling reason. Ooh, give me 1 second. Where'd it go? A compelling reason for establishing a clear regulatory structure for blockchain and digital assets. Speaking at the 18th Annual Banking and Finance Conference of the Chartered Institute of Bankers in Nigeria in Abuja on Tuesday, Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Well Idum, acknowledged the global financial system's rapid transformation. There is a digital revolution. Just had to pause. Let me say that one more time and then I'll continue. There is a digital revolution. So many people now are not using the banking system to make payments. They've turned to stable coins. They've turned to digital currency. To this end, I have directed capital market authorities and banking authorities to get hold of this narrative and track it whilst it is still evolving, the president said. He said, get a hold of it while it's still evolving because it's wild right now. Nigeria's Security and Exchange Commission has intensified its regulatory oversight of digital currencies following the enactment of the Investment in Securities Act of 2025, which formally classified digital assets as securities. Bless you. This legislation empowers the SEC to license and supervise virtual asset service providers, including exchanges and custodians, ensuring compliance with stringent KYC or Know Your Customer and AML or anti-money laundering standards. Further emphasizing that the need for Nigeria's economy to transition from resilience to reinvention. The president stressed the critical role of digital tools, artificial intelligence, and open banking in driving industrialism, improving efficiency, and creating jobs. He sounds like somebody else we know, doesn't he? Where'd he go? Hold on 1 second. But he legitimately sounds like somebody else that we do know that is actually creating jobs, huh?
Sure enough.
All right, and let me see if there was the other one real quick. Here we go. Yes. Many people don't like this asset. I love it personally. And, each to their own and everything else. But I love being diversified even more. But XRPL featured by WEF as key platform in debt tokenization. So the XRP ledger is recognized by the World Economic Forum for its involvement in debt tokenization, signaling its potential in finance. Pause. I know there's some people that don't like the World Economic Forum and what they're doing and everything else like that, but if you're seeking your assets to grow in money, you're going to look to see what plays of what they do, because once you get that, then you can move around and you can have your own land, something else. I mean, shoot, you wind up having enough money to wind up buying your own island and then going out there and living the rest of your days and not have nothing to worry about. So just got to look at how to play the game, of how they play it in a format of what would fit you at your level, and then win and go on about your business. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So let's just touch on a couple of key things real quick. The World Economic Forum has recognized the XRP ledger for its involvement in tokenizing debt. The ledger is acknowledged for its role in transforming financial markets by digitizing real-world assets like debt. The World Economic Forum report highlights the benefits of tokenization, such as improved transparency, liquidity, and access. The XRP ledger is gaining recognition beyond cross-border payments, positioning itself as a key player in global finance. And the tokenization of debt on the ledger offers a more efficient and secure systems for managing financial obligations. So they did once again recently acknowledge the use of the XRP ledger in tokenizing debt. This recognition places XRPL among leading platforms involved in innovating financial technologies. According to a recent post from crypto researcher Smoke, SMQKE, the World Economic Forum has documented XRP ledger's involvement in tokenizing debt assets, highlighting its growing influence in the global financial landscape. I'm going to pause here before I continue. This isn't necessarily financial advice. Huh?
I said, damn, my fucking back in Stella X, man, my liquidity went up some more.
Oh, I know. It's certain things are going up all across the board. I took a hold of the dip while I could, but let me say this before I continue on in regards to what they're doing and moving. I know some people might not like XRP. I know there's an XRP army that's out there.
I love XRP.
Like that. Oh yeah, me and you, yeah, we definitely love XRP because we can see the utilization and where it's going, what it's doing, the moves of what's being implemented, the integrations and other stuff like that. So while some people are complaining, well, the price movement hasn't moved yet, it hasn't done this and that yet. You haven't allowed $4.5 quadrillion to funnel through that son of a bitch, is what you haven't done. Because mind you, the DTCC has a patent with Ripple. And remember, the DTCC is the one that's over all the trading and other shit. Well, not all the trading. Let me take that back. Over certain aspects of what you can initially do, such as like your stocks and other things like that. They're the ones that's over that. And they already said that they're going to be dropping their platform here not too long from now. So probably about next month or about either next month or in November is where they said that they was actually going to be dropping their platform. But they already have that with Ripple and with Stellar. So if they're in it, the World Economic Forum's in it. I mean, a Saudi prince is in it. Japan's in it. Europe's in it. China's in it. South America's in it. I mean, hello. So if you don't have a piece of that pie, as well too, because once everything gets to rolling and everything else, because there will be a shock that's going to come to the market. And it's going to be very difficult in order to get some XRP. It's very difficult. Because mind you, if all, for the most part, damn near all of the major governments or financial institutions in those layers are gaining XRP, also, mind you, there's 18 XRP ETFs that's coming in. Even the, like I just said a second ago, the DTCC has a foot in it. How much do you think is actually going to be left truly circulating once they get their foot in it? And mind you, once they get it, they're putting it in escrow. They're not touching it. That way it has compounding and building interest, and then they're going to be giving it out in the EFT format. So as I had read beforehand, as to what NASDAQ does, that individual doesn't own that asset outright. So you might want to get you some. You can get you some ROUSD as well too. Just putting that out there. Like I said, that's not necessarily financial advice, but word to the wise is if all
get you some stable coin.
Boy, I don't know what to say. I don't know how else.
You can always use your stable coin to trade.
Yep.
In the
because your
crypto,
stable
so
coin is a bridging aspect that you utilize in
Stake
order to
it.
trade.
Stake it.
Stake it, and then
Put in
learn
liquidity
DeFi
pools.
plays. Yep. And see, you seeing everything of what I've been talking about. We're sitting up here gaining the benefits and reaping that. Y'all really need to get into that so much. Like it's so much. But let me go ahead and finish up with the rest of this article. So the XRP ledger enhances efficiency in financial tokenization. It's gonna repeat itself, but the World Economic Forum has recognized the XRP ledger as a significant player in tokenizing real-world assets, RWAs, including debt. This process involves converting traditional financial instruments into digital assets recorded on a blockchain. Tokenizing debt can enhance operational efficiency and improve access to financial markets by creating a more transparent and efficient system for managing obligations. So the article, yeah, they really do. So here's what they had stated in in Smoke's portion for what he was pointing out was alternative assets. Private equity. Private equity, or PE, is ownership stakes in companies not listed on public exchanges, typically held by institutional investors and requiring longer investment horizons in exchange for potentially higher returns. The size of the global PE market reached approximately 5.3 trillion in 2023 and shows signs of continued growth. Some projections are for the total PE venture capital market to grow to 7 trillion by 2023, with roughly 10% being tokenized by that same time. PE markets are considered less efficient than public markets due to limited information flow and transparency. Investments in private market relies heavily on intermediaries, fund managers, to source and evaluate deals, resulting in performance disparities. Tokenization has emerged as a potential solution to these inefficiencies by digitizing ownership in funds or companies. Industry research shows that 73% of European fund managers anticipate that PE will be the first asset class to experience significant tokenization, driven by a need to improve liquidity, transparency, and accessibility. The following benefits could be achieved Enhance information symmetry. Tokenization can drive increased data sharing, and adding disclosures to PE can drive more transparency in the currently opaque private markets. Facilitates operational efficiency. Tokenization, if applied, should reduce frictions associated with operational and technological aspects instead of altering the deal structuring and relationship-based nature of these markets. Expands accessibility. For example, in 2021, ADDX tokenized units from Partners Group, which is 5.3 billion euro or 6.2 billion in US. PE fund allowing fractional investments as low as 10,000, previously 100,000 plus, greatly expanding investor accessibility via lower minimum investment thresholds and complying with regulatory standards. 100,000 plus previously. Damn. Check this out. And this is a major thing to really pay attention to. Several firms have already taken steps to tokenize PE investments. Recently, Aurum Equity Partners launched the world's first combined PE and debt tokenized fund value at 1 billion on the XRP ledger.
What more do you want from me?
Check this out. An open source and decentralized layer 1 to drive worldwide data center investment, enabling enhanced investor accessibility and liquidity through secondary markets. But I just want to run this back to just point this key thing out. Aurum Equity Partners launched the world's first combined PE and debt tokenized fund value at $1 billion on the XRP ledger. That's the reason why the World Economic Forum is saying and praising them so much. But check this out. However, private markets derive much of their value from the individual nature of deals, which require research and structure to deliver investor value. Tokenization may not always be necessary to achieve benefits. For example, EquityZen and Forge Global are two marketplaces offering retail investors a minimum investment threshold of $5,000, and they do not use DLT. So, the WEF's report emphasizes the benefits of tokenization, such as increased transparency, liquidity, and accessibility in financial markets. By using the XRP ledger, debt can be digitized, allowing for faster settlement and for better management of obligations. This recognition of XRP ledger showcases its potential to reshape traditional finance systems. And motherfuckers don't want to get XRP. Motherfuckers don't want to get RLUSD. People don't want us to go ahead and get on Magnetic X and sit up there and put in pools and other stuff. Okay, that's you. But literally reshape the traditional financial system, offering solutions to institutional involved in debt markets. XRP involvement in tokenizing debt highlights its relevance beyond speculative markets. Let me repeat that for you one more time. XRP's involvement in tokenizing debt highlights its relevance beyond speculative markets. The token ability to digitize and streamline financial transactions open new opportunities in global finance. This shift demonstrates XRP Ledger's capability to adapt to different financial applications, making it an integral part of future financial infrastructures. Anytime they use the word integral part, anytime they say that it is integral for future financial infrastructures, and you don't have a portion of said assets, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I know what some billionaires would tell me. They would call me a plum fool if I didn't. But then they would say, hey, that's you, that's your financial area and everything else like that. But knowing me, I ain't no plum fool. I've invested in shit quick and watch it grow. So let me go ahead and finish up. The growing role of XRP Ledger in financial markets. The World Economic Forum's report mentions the XRP Ledger, signaling that global institutions are recognizing its value. Global institutions are recognizing the XRP Ledger's value. It is no longer just a tool for cross-border payments, but a, highlight here, key player in tokenizing assets like debt. This expansion to new areas shows how XRPL is diversifying its role in global finance, moving beyond traditional applications. That's your star quarterback. This is the World Economics Forum star quarterback right here. XRP's technology is already being utilized in various tokenization projects, including debt markets, as the World Economic Forum report suggests. Tokenization could revolutionize the issuance and management of debt, with the XRP Ledger positioned as a leader in this space. By leveraging blockchain technology, XRP Ledger enables institutions to issue and manage debt more efficiently and securely. The World Economic Forum further reported, highlights that the debt tokenization can improve liquidity and transparency in financial markets. The ledger's involvement in such efforts signals that it could play a significant role in future digital finance, with institutions increasingly adopting blockchain technology. The XRP ledger stands to gain further visibility and relevance in the financial sector. So when there comes that supply shock to the actual XRP of what's left on the market and how it's been hovering around a certain price point for right now, which is allowing individuals to literally pretty much buying up at pennies at a dollar, to where it's almost flushing out retail investors. Okay. You see what I see, right, bro? You see this?
Yeah, I see it. I see it, man.
Okay, I'm just making sure like I'm not loco in the brain or anything else like this for this, because it's like I see where this movement is going, you know, especially even like when the Democrats proposed a new crypto regulation framework challenging Republicans' Clarity Act. You want me to go into that?
Yeah, you got time, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and go into that real quick. So listen to this crap. Listen here. Let's give you a quick take and then we'll dive into it. Senate Democrats outline their plan to regulate the digital asset market structure from token classification to DeFi oversight. The framework sets up negotiations with Republicans over the ethics restrictions, enforcement, and the pace of legislation. Because, you know, the Democrats want to draw this shit out. They don't want people to have too much money in their pocket a lot. I mean, as it was cited earlier, and I will repeat what this marvelous person has said. Remember, Obama said that he don't want people walking around with Swiss bank accounts in their pockets. And he did say that, mind you. Remember, in regards to cryptocurrency, we don't want people walking around with Swiss bank accounts in their pockets. Oh, because Swiss bank accounts are untouchable and you can hold a significant amount in said Swiss bank account. That's what you're talking about in regards to crypto wallets and other stuff like that. I understand, buddy. True enough, stuff is put on the blockchain, but if it's put onto a physical device and that physical device is put elsewhere untouched and, fireproof, Faraday safe, yeah, no, you're not getting those assets. You're not. But let's go ahead and get into this real quick. A group of 12 Senate Democrats introduced a detailed 7-pillar framework on Tuesday for regulating U.S. crypto markets, marking the party's most comprehensive proposal to date. While the plan signals Democrats' readiness to negotiate with Republicans on long-stalled market structure legislation, it also sharpens the dividing lines over ethics and enforcement. The group, including Senators Ruben Gallio, Mark Warner, Christian Gillibrand, and Cory Booker, framed the nearly $4 trillion global crypto market as too large to remain in regulatory limbo. Their blueprint emphasizes investor protections, closing regulatory gaps, and curbing what they describe as potential corruption linked to President Trump and his family's various crypto ventures. Boy, come on, man. I got to pause. I have to state what somebody else has stated already as well. This motherfucker is a billionaire already as it is. He already has money. Money that y'all motherfuckers can't even touch. So why is you worried about if he's looking at how he can get more money so that way he can make sure that his offspring is set, because he's almost on his way out. And at least he's making sure everybody gets some money on top of that before he go. How about that one? Because I'm making some money while this motherfucker's in office. So I wish y'all would stuff the turkey, put it in the oven, cook it, and then eat it. Leave that man alone, damn it. Shit.
Pretty much.
Now, digital asset technology has the potential to unlock new businesses and spur American innovation. But questions about digital assets placed in the U.S. regulatory framework have hobbled both innovation and consumer protection. The senators wrote, positioning their proposal as a solution to both. No, motherfuckers, y'all the reason why this shit's been held back in the first motherfucking place. Because had y'all honky dorky ass motherfuckers not sit up there and stalled out, pull this, pull that, and put so much emphasis in regards to how Trump is doing shit legally.
Yep.
All fucking legal. But you're bitching about how he's doing steps legally in order to gain crypto assets when y'all dumbasses can do the exact same shit. But y'all too stupid in order to think like that. Yeah, I said it. Y'all are really that fucking dumb because you can create your own shit like how this man did and make money. But y'all don't want to. Y'all are too fucking lazy. Never mind. Let me not say it. Let me just go ahead and continue on before I wind up getting burned at that. At its core, the framework would give the community, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission new powers over spot markets for non-security tokens. Don't they handle securities specifically? If I'm correct. So why in the fuck would they need to have non-securities? I just had to pause there because anyway. While creating a process to determine whether digital assets fall under the Security and Exchange Commission's jurisdiction as a security. Okay. It also outlines disclosure requirements for token issuers, crypto-specific rulemaking for exchanges and custody providers, and a strict anti-manipulation and consumer protection standards. Just like how Nancy Pelosi would do insider trading and other stuff like that and gain money, but now y'all are trying to say something in regards to that. But okay, let me continue. Notably, digital asset platforms serving U.S. users would be required to register with FinCEN as financial institutions, bringing exchanges, custodians, and other intermediaries further into the orbit of the Bank Secrecy Act, AML rules, and sanctions enforcement. The framework would also flags DeFi as a key vector for illicit finance, calling for new oversight tools to prevent its misuse. Pause. Financial institutions are already getting into DeFi and they're already utilizing those aspects, such as Goldman Sachs and the like. This lets you know how dumb these motherfuckers are, because they're already utilizing DeFi. You have to use DeFi for the yield bearing capability and aspect of it. So that's what they're already doing. And I've reported this already, put articles out there already that lets you know that they're not paying attention, that they're just utilizing this mess as a form of distraction and everything else, while these institutions are already building up on DeFi platforms as it is. Like, okay, I understand. They're doing that for the people that are stupid. Not for the people that are intelligent, that is actually looking at the stuff. For the people that are like, yeah, okay, yeah, you do. No, they're already doing it, and you can't. Anyway, I'm sorry. This bothers me how they keep fucking up my money. Put it like that. Calling for new oversight tools prevent its misuse. However, it is unclear if it intends to enforce the same registration mandate on protocol level software teams, whereas the Republicans have outlined explicitly protection for DeFi developers contributing to decentralized protocols. So y'all are trying to disrupt the system is what you're trying to do. Like usual. The framework, all you damn Dixiecrats. The framework also seeks a prohibition on interest or yield paid by stablecoin issuers. I told you they trying to keep motherfuckers from making money. They want to keep you motherfuckers broke. Just like how y'all been hooping and hollering about there ain't enough money, there ain't enough this, there ain't enough that. Now y'all actually got some money if you hold your assets and stuff right. Y'all were broke for 4 motherfucking years, struggling, doing this and that and everything else. Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody got time for that crap no more. Get the fuck out of here. Including indirectly or through affiliates with non-direct reward cycle programs still prevailing following President Trump's recent signing of the Genius Act into law. Non-rewarding. So I told you they want to keep you broke, man. One of the most politically charged section target ethics, barring elected officials and their families from launching or profiting from crypto projects while in office, and mandating disclosure of their holdings. The Democrats' alleged President Trump has turned to digital asset projects to enrich himself and his family, abusing his office for corruption with no modern precedent. I gotta throw down my glasses for that. Man, undermining confidence in the broader digital asset industry. They also call for increased funding for financial regulators, and a guarantee of bipartisan representation in their rulemaking, warning against one-sided control agencies. Boy, I'm not. There's just this last little part real quick, which it says Clarity Act. The Democrats' proposal arrives against the backdrop of the Clarity Act, the Republicans' preferred market structure vehicle, the latest draft of which was updated by Senate Banking Committee Republican on Friday. The House of Representatives previously voted 294 to 134 in favor of passing the Clarity Act in July, sending the proposed legislation to the Senate. The Clarity Act has also centered on defining tokens, assigning regulatory authority, and streamlining compliance pathways. However, while overlapping goals, the Democrats' ethics provisions and stricter treatment of DeFi mark notable departures. Also, though Republicans have pressed for speed in passing legislation, Democrats insist that a bipartisan outcome cannot be rushed. With both parties now circulating detailed legislation frameworks, bipartisan negotiations in the Senate banking committees are set to intensify in the coming weeks. Whether Democrats and Republicans can reconcile differences over
Timing, ethics, and DeFi oversight will help determine if the U.S. can finally establish comprehensive crypto market rules after years of gridlock. The motherfuckers trying to keep you broke. What's up, big bro? I'm sorry.
What? Nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, I thought you said dude at first, like you trying to say something.
Oh no, I ain't saying nothing.
But yeah, they trying to keep motherfuckers broke. They say this can't be rushed. Look, the Republicans are doing their best to want to make sure that everybody can get some money, because the people that's invested in crypto now, also doing DeFi plays and stuff earlier, once all this stuff kicks off, we're gonna be rich. Mind you, the Democrats don't want you to be rich, because your past Democratic, not this past, but your last past Democratic president even said he don't want you walking around with money in your pocket. Nope. So if he don't, and he a Dixiecrat, what you think the rest is gonna do? And
might as well call them their real name, Dixiecrats.
Yep, they Dixiecrats. I'm gonna call it like it is.
That's about what you got for crypto tonight, man.
Yeah, that's what I got for
sure.
News and crypto rant.
All right, folks, that's what I'm talking about. Let's give it up for Crypto Dragon. Let's give it up for him, folks. All right. So check this out, man. The last thing I want to end with y'all is it's a relationship issue. And it's something that it took me a while to figure out on my own after going through it the hard way, how to go through it the right way. And I notice on social media a lot of times, there's always this stigma about prenuptial agreements. And I want to try to explain how I would do it. Now, this is just suggestion. It's not backed up by any law or anything, divorce law or anything. This is just for entertainment purposes, okay? So this is just a suggestion of how I would do it, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not ever getting married again without a prenup. In this country or any country. Even though I plan on marrying me a nice Afro-Latina from India, Colombia, or some other dang island, I will not, you hear me? I will not get married without a prenup. I just won't do it. Forget it. Forget it. So let's go through some of these things, man. How I would do if I was about to get married again when it comes to prenuptial agreements. Okay. So this first point should be a win-win scenario. What I mean by that basically is you should not be trying to get over on your mate. Nope. You should make it reasonable for both of you guys, and so you come out on the side of divorce if that's what you plan to do. I don't see making a prenuptial agreement being a guarantee of divorce. It's just like in car insurance, just like life insurance. They even got insurance for vision. It's like in insurance. You don't get into a car looking to go and crash into somebody.
Nope.
But you also need that protection just in case somebody crash into you.
That's what I was gonna say. At least you got that protection.
At least you got it.
Yup.
So it gets on my nerves when I see, especially black women, some black women get on here and I'm not prenup. No, I ain't never doing that. No, I ain't doing no prenup. Well, guess what? Your dumb ass is too busy damn going from 0 to 100 without listening and actually figuring out. Like if it was me that you was talking to and I said I want a prenup and you go from 0 to 100, you might look, why don't you listen to what I gotta say? And maybe it'd be reasonable to you.
Right.
But the fact that you acted like you just did, I've already got my antennae up saying, maybe that was a yellow flag. She might actually be somebody that may listen. She just ain't had nobody explain it to her before. But I got my antenna up. And it might become a red flag if your ass still won't let me get a word in and explain this shit to you.
Right.
So the second point, protection against divorce to take away the incentive of it or the incentive of divorce. So basically, I think what I would do is I'd sit down with my baby, be like, look, after I told about prenup, like, look, we writing this bitch together. Let's just write the bitch together.
Right.
Let's be reasonable about the shit. That way, guys, she has no excuse. If she don't want to do a prenup after this, after what I'm about to tell y'all, she definitely somebody you need to get the fuck away from. Run from her ass. Because what you're gonna hear is reasonable things from me right now. Once again, protection against divorce to take away the incentive of it. So now you're going into like bump. Okay, you got a prenup, but the prenup is going to incentivize you to stay together. You feel me? Things such as this. If I would say this, I say, baby, check this out. If I cheat on you, I have to pay you alimony. Would I want to cheat on her, folks?
Hell no.
Exactly. If I beat on you, sweetheart, which I don't do anyway, then I have to pay you alimony. If I abandon you, I gotta pay you alimony. Let's flip it on you. If you cheat on me, you get no alimony. And if it's a young chick and we got kids, you get no child support, and you lose your right to full custody. You can still have joint custody, but you lose your right to custodial custody or full custody. So it means the kid's gonna stay with me, and you can have joint custody. They can stay with you sometimes. Yep. But I will have custodial custody.
Yep.
And if I want to go full, I will. These incentivizes you to stay together, folks. Listen to what I'm saying. That's if she cheats on me, she puts her hands on me, and she abandons me. That's gonna be a punishment. You get no alimony, you get no child support, and you lose the kids' full custody rights and custodial rights. You feel me? All right, okay. What about splitting of businesses that was occurred during the marriage? So if you got a business before we married, I can't touch your shit. You can't touch mine either. Any property you had before we got married. Next one. Stipulations not that retirement not be touched, as well as any property before the marriage. So basically, like I was saying the last one, if y'all come into a marriage, both y'all got property, y'all got y'all retirement. The damn prenup should say you can't touch my property that I had before we got married or my retirement money. You can't touch it. I don't give a damn if we married. Because you got to incentivize the people to stay together. Yep. Are you gonna have chicks that's filing at a 70% rate, wanting to leave their marriage if there's no beating, there's no cheating, there's no abandonment? Are they gonna want to leave their marriage if they know they can't touch their husband's retirement property he had before then? No.
Right.
Going into this, okay, I definitely ain't leaving this motherfucker.
Right.
Number 5, place stipulation in it to deny divorce for any reason that does not line up with the Bible. So in other words, the Bible says divorce is allowed through God when you have been beaten, cheated on, or abandoned. So if the shit don't end for that, you can't end it. I don't give a damn if y'all don't like each other. You live in 2 different parts of the fucking house.
Right.
But I bet you'll choose your partner better if you know sitting down with your partner writing prenup, this shit's in it. Last but not least, no divorce for non-fault. You have to prove a reason for divorce. So no non-fault divorces. No irreconcilable differences. None of that shit.
Right.
So I just want to hit on that real quick, y'all. I think that's how I would do it. Like I said, I'd sit down my bell, I ask about prenups, and I'd be like, babe, let's just write our own prenup. Let's just write our own prenup. That way, it won't be no love lost. We might be able to, we got a kid together. We might be able to, get along.
Right.
But for the most part, man, if it ain't no beating and no abandonment and no infidelity, why the fuck you leave me in the first place? Because you just don't like me. Why the fuck you married me in the first place? Well, guess what? If you just don't like me, guess what? We put in a prenup. No non-fault divorce. So I live in the basement, you live in the fucking damn master. My man came down there. Hell shit. Let's just don't get on each other's nerves, don't get in each other's way. And you know what else I put in that joke too? Well, she just know this. I need head every day.
Y'all the Mongo.
No, I'm just playing, folks. But anyway, folks, I think that's gonna do it for tonight. We just wanted to hit y'all real quick with some things, some information and whatnot. You know what? I might show y'all a little sneak peek of what I'm doing on my own channel. Show y'all a little sneak peek real quick of something that I'm doing. I found a subject that I thought was real, you know, interesting. And let's watch just a little bit of it, then we're gonna head on out, y'all. All right, here it is right here. I am doing a review. Here we go. Just wanted to show y'all a little clip of what I'm working on. But yeah, man, it's been a good stream tonight, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you, Dragon, for the crypto news, man. And we are out of this bitch. Peace.